Hey guys, I just got back from Goodwill and I picked up quite a few games, so I figured I'd show you what I picked up so far this week. Now, earlier this week I picked up this game, Pole Position for the Atari 5200. This was, I think, 90 cents, and this marks the very first 5200 cartridge that I own. And yes, I eventually plan on buying a 5200 system because that is one of the many systems I used to have as a kid. So, yeah. Next up, two games I got at Goodwill earlier this week. The combination game, Mario Brothers Duck Hunt World Class Track Meet. There's no price on this. And next up, Super Mario World. Believe it or not, I don't own either of these. And this is $1.99. Now there's a little funny story about this. It's because, this game has no price on it, so the cashier had to get the manager and ask for a price check, and the manager said $4.99 for each. And I guess he didn't see the price tag on it, so I said, hey, this game has a $1.99 sticker on it, so yeah, he gave me it to $1.99 for each, so $4 for both of these altogether, $2 each. So, yeah, I hate their pricing. And if you guys remember, I picked up this game in my pickups video, I think last week. I picked up this, you've seen this before if you watch my videos. And I went back to that same Goodwill, and they now had Crash Team Racing. So I picked this up. Pretty cool because this wasn't there when I picked up the other Crash Bandicoot game. Now today I just went to the store to get some cat food, and since it was by a Goodwill, I decided, hey, why not? I'll just stop by the Goodwill. Now this Goodwill I go to, but I have never found any single game there, and really the only gaming thing I've ever seen there was a GameCube for, I think, $30 or $40. So I went there and found a whole bunch of games. And first off, funny little thing because I picked up Crash Bandicoot there, the very first Crash Bandicoot. Now these games were $2 each at Goodwill. And next up, believe it or not, they had Crash Bandicoot 2. There we go. And, yes, they had the next game, Crash Bandicoot 3, Warped. So, that's pretty strange, all these Bandicoot games all over. And the funny story about this is, actually, I've seen yet another Crash Bandicoot game at a thrift store, but it was just the CD and the instructions were missing, so that's pretty strange. All these Bandicoot games are all over the place. So the next thing I picked up for the Dreamcast at that same Goodwill just today, I picked up Jeremy McGrath Supercross 2000 for the Dreamcast. The next game I picked up is Suzuki All-Star Extreme Racing. And they had a ton of CD games at this Goodwill. I did not pick them all up because there's just way too many. Next up is Trick Style for the Dreamcast. Next up, Rippin' Riders for the Dreamcast. Next up, actually has a price tag on it, Roadsters for the Dreamcast. And this thing is messed up here, too bad. I have to replace the case on that. Okay, next up is a PlayStation game, and that is Bubble Bobble, also featuring Rainbow Islands for the PlayStation 1. Next up is Namco Museum Volume 1. And the funny thing about this is I went to this video game store that sells used games. They had this game. They wanted $10 for this. $10. And the sad thing about that game store is they raised the prices significantly on all their old used games. At least 2 to 4 times the price. It's like really a shame. I seen Aero the Acrobat for the Super Nintendo there. It's freaking $20. And the cartridge isn't even in good shape at all. And so yeah. Next up, the game I picked up for the PlayStation, Tenka. No idea what the hell this is. Has no cover or instructions, so too bad, but $2, figure why the hell not, at least it has a back cover. And here we near the end. Next game I picked up, I've seen this all over the place at the swap meet, Spyro Year of the Dragon. And there's a little Crash Bandicoot game in there, the instructions. And next up, before you see this, let me just say there is only one disc in here, but at least that's better than nothing. And that pickup is Final Fantasy VII The Greatest Hits Edition. And I open this up, you see there's just one CD, CD number 2, and that is it. So that's too bad, but for $2, hey, I'll take the freaking case and CD number 2. It's just a shame this wasn't complete, and just when I saw this, I'm like, holy shit. Because, yeah, I don't have this game. I've actually never even played Final Fantasy VII. I've only played the demo that was included with Tobal number 1, that fighting game. And so, yeah, that's all I picked up, guys. A ton of PlayStation games there, as well as Dreamcast, and I didn't buy everything. I left quite a few games there, at least 10, but most of them were either sports games or puzzle games. They had Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, I think, for the PlayStation. They had Tony Hawk 4 for the Dreamcast. They had a whole bunch of puzzle games. I'm not sure what the hell they are. And I also seen for the regular Xbox that one game that was made by the makers of Heavy Rain. I forgot what it was called. But they had that game there that I thought they had it, but I opened it and it had no disc. So that was really disappointing. Besides the Final Fantasy VII not having all the discs, I saw that game like, holy shit, I remember this. I was like, there's no CD in it, so that sucked. And yeah, that's all I picked up, guys. And real happy to get all these games, especially the Crash Bandicoot and Final Fantasy VII. I can't believe all these Crash Bandicoot games are all over. I picked up how many freaking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Bandicoot games in the last couple of weeks, and that's amazing. Considering I haven't even seen most Crash Bandicoot games ever, and if I have, they're just a bare CD. So yeah. Also, besides that, I did pick up a little easel stand recommended by Pete Dorr to display your little handheld machines. I'll just give you a little clip of that in a second. Okay, there we go. I put my Game Gear on the little easel stand there, so you could see it displayed on your shelf. And this easel stand is the plastic easel, 5-inch model, black plastic easel. And this was, I think, $3 at Michael's, and yeah, it might be a little too small for the Game Gear, but the other systems do fit better. Let me just get my Game Boy Color. Whoops. I have to be careful with this to close it a little. And they do sell different sized easels for this. So yeah, there we go. It's tilted, but yeah, you get the point. It's pretty cool for displaying your portable game system. So yeah, I'm gonna have to pick up more of these because I only picked up one just to try it out. And I think they had a 3-inch one and 6-inch and 8-inch, and they had a whole bunch of them. But yeah, I just picked up. This is the 5-inch, which you can see opens all the way up. It is 5 inches. There you go. So anyways, guys, that's all for today. I guess I plan to go to the swap meet tomorrow. Every Friday or whatever, I have no idea if I'm going. I just if I wake up and don't feel like total shit, I'll go. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and see ya later. And I'm still waiting for a package, but I didn't get anything today. Cry.